In this video, I'll be giving away 3 gold passes. To enter, all you have to do is like, subscribe, and comment down below. And in 3 days, I'll be announcing the winners by replying to the winners' comments with "you won," and then adding you as a friend on Supercell ID to gift you the gold passes. So best of luck, and let's get into the video. Welcome to this video where I'll be revealing every single base used by Tribe Gaming to qualify to the $1 Million World Championship. All base links are in the description below, and the recommended clan castle is 2 ice golems, 3 headhunters, and 2 archers. And in this video we will be looking at whether each base can be used for a Legends League, what my opinion of the base is, and the all-important trap placements which can get you Legends League defenses just like these on your screen below. Before we start looking at the bases, I wanted to say that whether you like every base over here and use it or not, you should definitely copy them all over a period of time just to practice against them, because they're all really high quality bases overall, and they can definitely help improve your attacking skills if you practice to learn how to beat everyone, and since, who knows, you'll likely see them in Legends. So first up, we have base number 1 right in front of us over here. So this is a diamond kind of base, and it's definitely a toxic kind of base with those single inferno towers, the merged defenses inside those compartments, and these are the kind of characteristics that make a base very good for a Legends League, because attackers don't have much time to plan and they might run into trouble with some of these challenges. And we see the pathing is also difficult for this base. So when I look at this base, the single inferno towers, the merged defenses, I certainly like this base for Legends League. So let's look at the traps over here. Now this is a very important thing about trapping, which is to make sure to know where your attackers are going to come from. And to do this, I rotate all of my bases in a way so that the attackers will have to come in either from the bottom side or the right side, which is people's favorite place to attack from. So you can see this base is kind of split in half. So we know that since most attackers like to come in from the right or the bottom, they're going to come into these trapped areas. So you could see the Teslas kind of trying to mess up pathing and also tank for the merged defenses like the multi-archer tower. Giant bombs just annoying around the outside. Spring traps to spring Valkyries off against Root Rider attacks. The air traps, you can see the tornado trap and the red air bombs trying to defend any kind of clone balloons towards the town hall. And yeah, those are the traps for this base. Now let's go into the next one. So next up we have base number 2 over here. So what do I think about this base? Well, this base is a bit less toxic, so I don't like it as much for Legends. Just the multi-infernos don't look very threatening. It might be annoying, certainly, maybe in Clan Wars, like it might be have a bit of strength and it's very well built, but overall I don't like this one as much. Let's look at the traps here. The traps though certainly can bait some air attacks. I always try to, with my red bombs and tornado trap, to bait any kind of dragon attacks and any kind of blimp towards the town hall. And you can see the black mines surrounding air defenses, merged defenses, any kind of key target the dragons might go for. And this is important because dragons are certainly easier to bait than Root Riders. So I definitely always try to go and try to bait those dragons with those air traps, and also try to bait Root Riders with the ground traps. But let's see, base number 3 over here. This base has got 2 single inferno towers, but again, with this base everything's a bit isolated, and I guess it can be strong, but I feel like sometimes the damage is a little missing. But one interesting thing here is you see 1 air expo. Now you'll see this a lot with Tribe Gaming bases. They have a few characteristics, which is they like to create lack of symmetry, just to sometimes make the attacker a bit confused. You're like, why is this compartment a bit bigger? Or why is this expo like this? There are a few air expos with these bases too, which make them a little bit stronger against dragons. So let's see the traps for this base. Again, the classic style, like think about you as an attacker. You would definitely attack from the right side, the bottom side, somewhere around there where all of the traps are. No one would want to go for the top side, which is a bit difficult to, it's just farther away for your hands and everything. So base number 4 now. This is the next base, and this is a base that NYU actually failed against to give Tribe Gaming their first win. So this base is certainly very toxic, and I would actually think this is a good base for Legends. Just those single Inferno towers, the weird compartments. Notice the merged defenses each have their own compartment, which was something Tribe Gaming did for this tournament, just to give attackers a bit more frustrations. And also the enemy heroes in the core can be annoying if they're not taken care of properly. So let's look at the traps here. And again, you can see the air traps to defend any blimp coming in towards the town hall. Ground traps, we have the spring traps around the outside again, just spring those Valkyries, it's a very good strategy. Around the merged defenses, you have giant bombs, skeleton traps, Teslas. Now, these are to provide cover for the merged defenses, but also if someone brings a royal champion, if she has to face a skeleton trap while a merged cannon or archer tower is shooting, her spirit fox might go down, especially in combination with a giant bomb. And baiting out the spirit fox is definitely important with your trap placements. So I would love to use this base. This definitely looks like a very good one. Next base, base number 5. These bases were used against Vitang. That's when Tribe first broke out the box bases. This box base looks very interesting. It's got these huge town hall and monolith compartments. Do I like this base? I think it can certainly prove to be a bit challenging. The defenses are spread out a little bit, so I don't know if it's the best. But one thing you should also note with this base is how around those single Inferno compartments, and even the scattershot ones, there's an open wall gap, but then there's kind of an empty space coming into the compartment, which makes it very difficult to funnel troops into this area. This was first seen from Navi in the July qualifier, so it's definitely a good strategy and very interesting. So this definitely makes this base strong. Let's see the traps for this base. Now this time we're just baiting a total balloon blimp into the town hall. Again, with these balloon blimps, you can always adjust the air traps based on your Legends League replays, seeing exactly where the balloons come in. You could test it on your own, just to make sure that once the balloons drop, the air bombs take them out, the tornado stops them, the black mine take the blimp down, it all works out. And again, the air traps, trying to defend dragons, all from that entry. The trappings definitely make these bases extra strong, because Legends League traps are different from kind of war traps or what those pros want to go for. So it's important to look at these traps and see what kind of ideas you notice. The Teslas are also there to make pathing into those compartments with the dead areas even more difficult, which is certainly annoying for an attacker. Now base number 6, another box base. What do I think? This one looks a bit more annoying than the last one. It's got a rage tower too, which I like a lot, especially with the enemy king in front of that Inferno tower. The air expo is also a little more punch against dragons. Works very nicely. I would definitely consider this base. Let's see the traps here. Here, the air traps are meant to defend a cloned blimp into the area with balloons. A lot of black mines around the bottom side, some Teslas around the top right side, spring traps again to spring Valkyries, which definitely helps a lot against Root Riders, trust me. And especially if you can look at your legend replays or just do a bit of testing on your own, you can really perfect those spring trap placements. Next base, number 7, another box base, I think the last box base we have for a bit. A similar type of base, the monolith is very isolated. Generally, the isolated monolith can be good. Sometimes it's not good when it can't reach many defenses, but I think here it can be very deadly in combination with this base, especially the poison towers, the merged cannons in their own compartment, difficult to path into that scattershot compartment. So let's see the traps, again similar to the previous type, and the attacker would always have to come in from the bottom side, the right side, and that's where all the traps are. Just on this base, I noticed the air sweepers pointing a bit towards the bottom side. If you want to make an extra bait for air, you can kind of swap the way the air sweepers are pointed. So make them not really pointed towards this bottom side to make dragon attackers think they can really get a blimp in there, and then they get baited. So now base number 8, and I believe this base was used against HTM Esports, also known as Clash Champs from before. So now we're getting into those late bases, the really strong ones. This base is another kind of diamond base, but we can see Tribe Gaming putting the multi-archer towers in their compartments, the merged cannons in their compartments. This one's got a lot of multi-infernos. I don't know if I would really use this base for legends. It might be a bit annoying to path into. I'd say this one has medium strength, so generally good, but maybe not the top choice. Let's see now the next ones. All right, this is the traps for this base. Again, we know the attackers are going to come from the bottom or the right, and defending the town hall and the monolith with air traps. Now let's see the next base over here. This base, again, a kind of anti-3-star base. These bases, I guess this can be very annoying against dragon attacks. Against root riders, let's see, we have one single inferno tower. I wouldn't really use this base for legends, I don't think. But let's look into the next ones. Right, this is the traps for this base. Just as always, annoying Teslas to annoy pathing. Again, it's always important to understand these trap details because they can really make any base a lot stronger. Base number 10, and this base has got two single inferno towers, poison towers, monolith in a bit of an awkward spot, a bit off. The merged defenses all have their own compartment. I'd say this base has definitely a good shot at legends. I would definitely consider using this one. Let's see the traps for this base. Here, again, defending the town hall and the monolith with the air traps. The Teslas around the monolith, I thought it might give it a bit more support, but then some Teslas to stop the pathing into the eagle compartment. And again, seeking air mines, skeleton traps, giant bombs around the multi-archer towers, the ricochet cannons, also two sometimes around them, just to stop any kind of royal champion. Next base, base number 11. What do I think? Here the defenses are spread a bit more. I feel like with a nice overgrowth, the root riders will just kind of steamroll through the space. But I don't know, the monolith just seem in a good spot in this base though. But let's see the traps. Again, you can see here, yeah, I believe this is a good chance for you guys to all see just how to trap bases, and yeah, the traps always good. Base number 12, all triple multi-inferno towers. Yeah, the pathing looks too easy for root riders here. I wouldn't recommend this base. Here are the traps. Base number 13. Ooh, this one's got an interesting triple inferno setup, all lined up, straight in line. Merged defenses have their own compartments. Can be a bit of an annoying base, but trust me, there are some really good bases coming up, so maybe not this one I wouldn't use. Base number 14. Now here, this is a very interesting one. I'm not sure why one Inferno's on single, the other's on multi. I believe both of them should be single on this, base number 14, but yeah, I think it's just an accident, but yeah, put them both on single, the ones next to the poison tower. But this base definitely looks really strong. Each major defense has its own compartment. The merged defenses are in their small little area. Monolith can shoot a lot around a lot of compartments, expos, nicely placed. So I definitely like this place, and especially the Town Hall kind of in the core on its own can maybe make some one-star defenses. The traps for this base, just defending the Town Hall from any kind of blimps. Spring traps to spring Valkyries. Teslas to make pathing difficult into those compartments. And to defend the merged archer tower. So this base definitely I would recommend. Next base. I like this, two single inferno towers. Here, I feel like the monolith does have a bit of a better scope than some of the previous bases that have a... See here, around the center, you see a bit of an empty core, which is generally... I don't know if it's the best idea, because I feel like everything just has a clear pathing around it. But here, the monolith can target a lot of defenses. I also love when the orchard towers and cannons have their own compartment. Looks very strong. Let's see the traps, what they do to this base. Yeah, the traps on this one are pretty spot on, defending the merge defenses, making this base a bit more difficult, defending the town hall with the air traps. I felt like, I guess, cloned balloons, maybe it would be a bit difficult to reach them to the multi near the town hall, so maybe not recommended. I mean, so maybe I decided I'll just put the air traps around the town hall, but as always, you can adjust the air traps on your own. Base number 16, a different kind of box base. Why do I have one multi and one single? I don't think the base builder actually did that, unless he did and he's annoying. But I believe it should be, again, two singles. Yeah, just with a poison tower, generally single infernos are good, so I think just another mistake. Sorry about that, guys. I definitely like this box base a bit more, just the merged defenses in their own compartment. Pathing is very difficult, so I believe this one has a bit more hope against root riders, perhaps. Let's look at the traps here. Again, dragon attacks, always fun to bait them. Yeah, even though they might seem strong, they're definitely easier to bait than root riders. So any base here should defend nicely against dragons. Base number 17. Interesting base here. I really like the spread of defenses on this base. I think this base could definitely be very strong. It looks toxic to path into anywhere. So let's see what the traps show here. Yeah, the traps make the entry really a lot more difficult. I would definitely consider using this base. Now let's see the next base. Right, we have our first ring type of base used by Tribe Gaming. Definitely good to have it in your arsenal. Maybe try it out a few times, even practice against it. We can look at the traps here. Yeah, I would definitely consider trying out this kind of base. It's a ring base. Definitely passed Tribe Gaming's testing, so you can be sure it's great quality. The multi-archer towers creating a very toxic compartment with the heroes on the top left side. And generally the spread everywhere is very nice with the defenses. Teslas are nice. Again, defending blimps with the dragons. Yeah, with dragon attacks, blimps and balloons. Base number 19, the final base over here. What do I think about this one? This base actually frustrated Bernal twice, and he couldn't take the win against Tribe Gaming because he couldn't beat this base quick enough. So let's see, is this base any good? I would say this base definitely looks to be a bit more annoying, especially there are the air expos. The air expos help a bit against dragons. The monolith kind of isolated, but I feel like any kind of entry, the monolith defends nicely against it. So it's nicely placed on this base. The town hall is a bit in the core, which makes it a bit difficult to path into. Let's see the traps. As always, they make the base look deadly. Let's see where the Teslas are. To defend the merge defenses, again, frustrating Royal Champion, Archer Queen, something like that. And again, with all these bases, it's very difficult to path the Barbarian King somewhere. So these are all the bases. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found some nice bases for you that can help you defend in Legends League, Clan Wars, or whatever it is you want to defend with. So yeah, I hope it was nice. It took a lot of effort to make this, but I hope you enjoyed it. You found the right bases for you. So yeah, thanks very much and bye-bye.